Hi. So it is the Monday following the Pan Ohio Hope Ride, and I am standing here in my driveway with my bike on the cleaning rack so that I can do a little bit of maintenance. Really just kind of give it a good bath, get the grime from yesterday off of it, and during the week, while I certainly cleaned my bike each night after our rides, I really just did a quick, I put it in the shower, turned the water on, lathered it up a little bit, rinsed it off and dried it. Didn't take the wheels off, didn't really give it a real good thorough cleaning, and so today is the day to get that all handled and taken care of. But I wanted to go over a few things about the Pan Ohio Hope Ride, what it is, why I wrote it, why I've spent the last, I don't know, couple of months talking to you about it, asking you to make donations and everything else. I guess I will start with, you all understand what the Pan Ohio Hope Ride is. If you don't, go online, search for Pan Ohio Hope Ride, look at the American Cancer Society, look up the Hope Lodge, the Cancer Hope Lodges, or watch any of my previous videos. Not going to go into that today, so you don't have to worry. Don't turn off the video yet. What I wanted to talk to you about is why in the past week I have ridden 450 miles. The majority of those were ridden at the Pan Ohio Hope Ride. That also included a training ride that I did last Tuesday before the ride started on Thursday. So riding 450 miles in a week, riding about 400 miles over the course of the weekend is extremely physically challenging. Think about going to the gym for the first time after not working out for a couple years or a couple months, even a couple weeks. You go to the gym, you work out. The next day you feel okay, the day, maybe a little bit stiff. The day after that, you feel pretty sore, right? Well, riding 100 miles during one day, a single 100-mile ride, is challenging. Your legs are burning because obviously you're pedaling for 100 miles. You're pedaling about 50,000 pedal strokes during that 100 miles. And each time you're putting stress on your legs, you're pushing your bike forward, whether you're going up a hill or down a hill or into the wind or with the wind at your back, you're still pedaling, you're still putting out effort. Your legs are screaming at you. Your mind at some point during the ride, when you start, you're really excited, you've got all kinds of energy, you want to get this, this started, and and it's a challenge and it's a great activity and you're with your friends and everything else. At some point during the ride though, your mind starts to think negative thoughts. Boy, this hurts. Boy, your heart rate is really high. Boy, you're breathing really fast. It's hard to breathe. Boy, it's hot. Or boy, it's cold. I'm sweating. There's sweat in my eyes. My kit, my cycling clothes are all sweaty. I don't have enough food. I don't have enough hydration. I'm overstuffed. I ate too much. I drank too much. All kinds of negative things. And then your mind starts playing tricks. You really don't have to ride 100 miles. Remember, for the Pan Ohio Hope Ride, our average was about 70 miles a day. I chose to ride 100 miles a day. So in my mind, there's those voices saying, you don't have to ride 100 miles a day. Your body already hurts. You've already done enough work. The second day, it's even more intense. Now your muscles are fatigued. You probably didn't sleep very well at night. Well, I can tell you I didn't. You've lost a little bit of weight, so your nourishment for those muscles for the next day are down. Everything is a little bit more difficult. But you get on the bike, you start feeling the legs, you start hearing those messages in your brain, and they all start triggering sooner. The third day, again, when you wake up, it's hard to climb out of bed. Your legs are so tight in the morning, and your alarm goes off on your cell phone, and you turn it off, and I'm laying there in bed, and oh my God, I should just go back to sleep. 6:30 is just way too early to wake up or to get out on the road. Maybe I should leave at 7 or 7:30 or 8 or 9, or maybe not at all, right? And on the fourth day, it's even more complex. Your legs don't want to move. You try to get out of bed and you almost fall down. You start getting dressed and your knees won't bend to get your riding bibs on. Your arms, your shoulders are really tight trying to get into your jersey. And your brain again is saying, you've already done a lot of work. You know, you're doing this ride for people you don't even know. Does it really matter? Well, then the thing that keeps me going, the reason that I do this ride kicks in. When somebody is diagnosed with cancer, I've never had cancer, so I can't relate personally. But when someone is told at the doctor, you have this pain or you have this soreness or you're tired or for whatever your symptoms are because you have a disease that can potentially kill you. A doctor is telling you that you have a disease that may or may not be treatable, may or not be able to be cured, that you've got it. Emotionally, you're triggered. Mentally, your brain is freaking out or shutting down. Physically, your heart's racing, you're sweating, you have no idea, you're in shock. And then you have to tell your family, your friends, you've got to figure out what your treatment is, everything else. And you go through treatment. And they're dumping caustic chemicals into your body, whether it's radiation or it's chemo or it's any of these other treatments. They all physically hurt your body. But those people don't have a choice to stop. Those people don't get to say, my legs hurt, or it's only, it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you have to get up to ride at 6:30. Those people wake up vomiting. They can't eat for days on end. Their bodies hurt. But they have to get up. They have to get into a car. They have to go to the treatment center or to the hospital to receive their treatment. They have no choice. The option is to continue living with this disease in your body until it physically kills you. So for me to wake up for 4 days and ride 100 miles is a choice that I make. And yes, I go through all the physical pain. I go through the emotional challenges. I go through the mental stress and all of those things that are telling me to stop, that you don't have to do this, that you can quit anytime, that you don't owe it to anybody what you're doing. But it's a choice. It's a choice that I make because today I don't have cancer. And I pray to God that I never do. I pray to God that you never have to deal with it. But there are people today that are sitting in a doctor's office and the doctor's going to walk in and he's going to set his folder down and he's going to say, I'm sorry to tell you, but you've got whatever form of cancer. And there's treatment for it. And it may or it may not help you. And it may or it may not cure you. And it may or it may not save your life. And you've got no choice. You've got to deal with what you have in front of you. So I put myself through the pain. I put myself through the agony. I put myself through the anguish because of the fact that I physically can. I choose to do that because people who are diagnosed with cancer today don't have the choice. And the Pan Ohio Hope Ride and the Hope Lodges and everything that the American Cancer Society does with the funds that I raise from this event are all used to help remove some of the stress, some of the anguish, hopefully some of the pain that these people have in their lives today. So over the last several months, I've been asking you through video, through online posts, through conversations that we've had in person, through telephone calls, through emails that I've sent out, through instant messages that I've sent, to text messages that I've sent, I've been asking you to reach into your pocket to donate $5 or $10 or $50 or $500 or $5,000, whatever you can, because of the fact that that money goes directly to support people who find out today that they have potentially life-threatening diseases and that they're going to go through hell just for an opportunity to maybe cure that disease. So the pain that I suffered over the last 4 days, the mental, the emotional, the physical stress that I put my body under means nothing because I chose to do that. The people that are diagnosed with cancer today didn't choose it. It was nothing that they did. It was nothing that they chose to do. It was nothing that, it's a disease. And it's something that they're forced to deal with. And having the Hope Lodges there, having the American Cancer Society there for counseling and support through the Hope Lodges, through the I forget what it's called, but the transportation they give you to and from treatment, through the counselors that they have and the advocates to help you deal with insurance, to help you deal with getting funding, to be able to pay for those treatments. Those are all things that the donations that come through this fundraiser go to pay for. So people, real life people in real life who are dealing with a life-threatening diagnosis, who have to deal with something not by choice, but because they've contracted a disease, that their body has grown these tumors, these cancers, these whatever, have to deal with. And the money that you've donated over the last several months, especially those of you who have donated over the last couple of weeks, and particularly the people that have donated over the last 4 days as I was riding, I appreciate that more than I will ever be able to tell you. Not because it benefits me, because not a dime of that comes to me, but because it helps people who you and I may or may not ever know that will receive help from your donations. And so for that, I am eternally grateful. For those of you who are watching this video still, I don't know, 10 or so minutes into a lengthy, old guy talking in front of a bike that's dismantled and dirty, if you haven't made a donation yet, there's still time. You can still click on the link that's either above or below this video. Since I'm not shooting it live, I'm not sure where Facebook puts it, but you can still click on that link and you can make a donation. The American Cancer Society, through the Pan Ohio Hope Ride, has raised just under $1 million. It's about $950,000 that they've raised so far. We can continue fundraising for about another month. And again, every single dollar of that goes to help patients who are diagnosed with cancer today. So I'm asking you, please, you don't have to go out and ride 100 miles. You don't have to go out and torture yourself physically or mentally and deal with, your brain telling you, you don't have to do this. You can stop. You can whatever. All you got to do is click on that link. Click donate. Put in whatever you can justify. $5, $10, $50,000. I'm not saying that you should, but you could. Put it on your credit card. You'll probably get points or miles for it. And click donate. That money will be sent to the American Cancer Society, and today the people who are out there around us who are being told, I'm sorry, but you have cancer, have the resources available to them, and they will receive those benefits from the American Cancer Society today. So I put myself through months of training, all kinds of nutritional education, all kinds of support, so that I could ride 400 miles this weekend, all to encourage you to reach into your pocket, get your credit card out, click on a button on your mouse or on your phone, and donate a few dollars to help those who today need a little bit of love. So again, if you've already donated, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you're watching this video 15 minutes into the video, I appreciate it a lot more, because I wouldn't want to look at my face for 15 minutes straight. But for those of you who click on that donate now button and donate $1 or $5 or $10 or whatever amount that you can or you will justify, it means a lot to me, but it means a lot more to the people who are sitting in front of a doctor's desk right now being told that they may or may not live through this year. And again, every dollar that you give goes to help make sure that, number one, that they can receive the treatment that they need, and number two, that they have the support that they need through that treatment, so that it doesn't hurt a little bit more having to worry about, what do I need to do, who do I need to call, where do I need to go, because those resources are there for them through your contribution. So I just wanted to again thank everybody, give you one more opportunity to make a donation. We rode from Cleveland, Ohio all the way down to Cincinnati over a course of 4 days. I rode an average of 100 miles each day, and I did it, well, for you, so that you could do it for the people who are diagnosed with cancer. So thanks again. I appreciate you clicking on that button. If you don't click on the button, please at least click the share button and tell all of your friends and associates on Facebook that they should donate a couple bucks, because if they do, that's worth even more. So thanks a lot. I hope you're having a great day, and if you happen to be driving to or from work this evening or tomorrow, and you see somebody on the road riding and looking like they're in a lot of pain, it's probably me. So give them that 3 feet distance, and maybe beep your horn and wave at them, because we're probably not riding just to be jerks. We're riding because we want to help somebody else. So thanks a lot. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.